Do you want to hear something that you probably already know, you just may not even realize it yet? What if the problem isn't how you actually manage your time, but how you misuse your energy instead? Because what if forcing progress at the wrong hours is actually the root of your issue? And what if the most productive thing you can do today is to choose the right time to act instead so that you can achieve the life of your dreams? Hey, I'm Alex, and I show high-functioning people how to reduce friction and stabilize their execution so their work stops feeling heavier than it should. I'm the creator of the SAFE framework, which is a structured, body-based system designed to restore clarity, capacity, and sustainable performance. My work bridges real-world application and clinical research, as I'm about to finish my doctorate later this year. Most responsible operators don't actually need more productivity hacks or coping strategies. They need a nervous system safe way to hold all of the change without increasing the drag. This podcast is where I share concise insights, practical reframes, and grounded tools for thoughtful operators who are tired of forcing their way forward. We do things quickly here because your time matters, so let's dive in. If you're high functioning on the outside, but running on edge on the inside, you're in the right place. Welcome to Quick Drops for Deep Thinkers, where each episode contains nervous system science and practical structures you can do right away to reduce pressure so you can operate from steadiness instead of survival. Now let's dive in. So after a certain level of experience, you don't need new coping strategies. You don't need more productivity advice because you already know how to work. You already know how to focus, and I'm sure you already know how to push when it's time to grind. What you're probably dealing with instead is timing and how to optimize your body's natural clock and that timing so you can optimize your workload the best. I have a question for you. Have you ever noticed there's hours where your thinking is like super sharp and clear, and other times where you would just rather like relax and have more of that like relationship type bonding or scenario going on? That isn't laziness. It's not a discipline issue. It's a mismanagement of your time, especially if you're trying to mix the social stuff or maybe taking calls during that time that you have that super sharp clarity of thought. And then you're trying to book the clarity of thought time, work and schedule that when you're really trying to just relax and like lean into the day, or you have that energy drop. Most people were taught to treat all hours of the day as equal. So you can book a call with clients at any given point in time during your work hour because you're going to be ready to go. Well, my love, that is probably not how you are actually feeling if that is how your days are going and you're having a hard time fully executing into what it is you're wanting to create. Because a lot of us have been taught if there's time on calendar, you're supposed to use it for whatever. Not so fast. Time is a strategy just as much as any other productivity hack. Because if you're tired and you push harder, your thought isn't going to get clear. It's actually going to probably go to mush. And if your focus drops or your energy drops, naturally, we're going to add more pressure to ourselves to just get it done. And that's not how things work. And unfortunately, over time, we can actually build subconscious patterns that are misaligned for how we really want to use our time and energy. Instead of having a massively productive day, getting really critical money-making things done, we're just sitting over here doing busy work like, I think I'm productive, kind of, and it's not really working because the output isn't coming out in the way you want it. So if you've ever had thoughts or carry subconscious rules like, if I want results, I just have to push through. Rest is something I can earn after I'm done, or I can sleep when I'm dead, or even if I slow down, I'll fall behind. Honey, these rules are not built on ambition. They are built on a preset of programs likely handed down to us or how we were told, part of that hustle culture, right? Just grind it out. No, no thank you. That's not what we're here for. Because the reality is when we rest and reset, that is a huge part of the currency that is often overlooked or even shunned and shamed as if there's something bad with it. Absolutely not. That is a key piece in understanding how it is that we are going to achieve our dreams. Because remember, energy is data, not some moral virtue. You're allowed to structure work around how you optimize your personal energy best, and I highly encourage you to do so, which I'm going to give you a few tips to do and how to do just that here in this episode. Because today we're going to talk about, instead of managing hours upon hours, we're going to actually start talking about managing episodes within your specific time frames that work for your chronotype, so that you can schedule in the important deep thought things for when your brain is ready for that structure and strategy. And then you can build in the relational things when the time is just more fluid and light and the body is craving more rest rather than deep thinking. Because when you map this honestly and you start to dial it in for how your body receives your energy, you're going to see how you actually are going to stop wasting high quality thinking time on frivolous things and not have to try to shove yourself into that deep critical thinking when your body wants to just rest instead. You stop wasting high quality energy on low value tasks, and you stop making important decisions when your system is least equipped to make them well. Execution becomes cleaner, not because it's being forced, but rather that you have clarity and now it's become practical. So now I want you to sit back and think about how your normal day-to-day goes, not as like a list of things you gotta do, but rather an energy rhythm. Is there things that you notice maybe you have more energy to get that deep work done super early in the day? Maybe you're more of like a lunchtime deep thought person, or maybe what if you're in the afternoon, evening? Different chronotypes, and if you've never heard of it, look up what your sleep chronotype is. There's like 4 different ones, like the dolphin, the bear, the wolf, and something else I'm totally forgetting right now. But look them up. There's usually like free quizzes. You can usually take one and start to identify what your natural rhythm is and what your day looks like, but then compare it to what your sleep chronotype looks like and see if there's similarities. Similarities in when your sleep chronotype says that you should be deeper in thought when you have more of your rest periods during the day. And then I want you to see if you can try to line up your schedule if you're making a list, right? And looking at like a day-to-day schedule, or if there's like blocks of time, maybe you take client calls between these set of time hours and you have open office hours for current clients during this set of hours, maybe do calls or whatever that looks like, right? Start looking at where your body deals best with different types of energy that are in demand of your day-to-day stuff. If you're a stay-at-home parent, you could do play dates when your body feels more ready to receive like more of the relational type of situations, and doing your homeschooling when you're ready for more of the focused thought. It doesn't really matter what your day looks like, what that structure that you're trying to achieve. This can be applied across the board with truly anything. Because when we can start tapping into where our energy is best used, we can then, of course, start achieving more things, because we're not trying to force ourselves through something that requires focused thought when all we want to do is just be relaxing, because our chronotype said, babes, we're supposed to be chilling, not here like trying to give presentations. Like, no ma'am. And of course, naturally, yes. Can we do it? Yes, of course we can. But honey, I do not want to be all up in that hustle culture. I want to be chilling and living and being in my best easy flow in life. And if I'm having to push or struggle through something, there's a misalignment here. And I'm not here for that. I'm here to shift and change into something that fits me best. And I'm guessing that's you too, if you're still here. And so when we're able to just take a piece of paper, right, and just start reflecting. And if it's, your day is really busy, or say your schedule is different, day-to-day stuff, you can even take notes in your phone, open up a notes app, or, like a different tasks app or something like that, where you can start listing different notes within each piece. Like, how did I feel after this? Or like for me, doing like really big, deep processing client calls, I actually get really tired afterwards. Like, I'm exhausted because my energy as a healer is having to come through, which is just part of the process, right? But I know for me, I actually always schedule rest in after my calls because I'm really physically tired. And so I always try to get like a little rest in, or I'll do schedule in where I'll do coffee naps. Those are fantastic to help kind of give my body a reboot during the times that my body craves rest, especially on really heavy days. And if you're like, Alex, what is a coffee nap? I got you. It's my favorite hack. Ideally, now, of course, please, before you take any medications or anything, I am not your doctor. Please check with your doctor to make sure there's no interactions with medications. L-theanine is a natural supplement that just helps calm the body. You can do it with or without it. But take between like 12 to 15 ounces of straight black coffee. You can drink it through a straw, cold, something so it's not terrible, because you don't want sugar. You don't want anything extra in it, right? So just drink black coffee, chug it, go lay down, put some headphones in with some meditation music on, Go lay down, set a timer for like 20, 25 minutes. My sweet spot is 22 minutes. That's where I am like dialed in. But anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes, really, anything beyond like 28, 30 minutes is almost too long. And then you start going into too deep of a sleep, and we don't want that. We just want a quick power nap. Those are going to be some of the greatest things that you can do, like this, plus there's other things that can be helpful to help regaining your energy back. And of course, in addition to finding out your exact timeline on where your energy best fits and based on your sleep chronotype and how you optimize in your life. So let me know what you think about today's episode. Let me know if you've ever dug into your sleep chronotype and what is it? Have you played with this before? Because when I started shifting my energy around and started like playing with like how my body best receives these different things, because it's like, I want to show up for clients. I don't want to be all like tired and like dragging my tail, right? Like I want to be perky and ready and happy and, ready to go so I can best support them, not falling asleep. And I'm guessing you're feeling the same way about your life. And so let me know how you're able to optimize your life in the best ways. And of course, if this podcast hit home today, head on over to our meditation that we always do an associated meditation with our episodes, because we find that it helps you go deeper into that subconscious work, which is my favorite place to play. And today we're going into where it'll help you align your energy and get that super clear focused thought. And of course, you know me, I love my meditations and my episodes quick, fast, and in a hurry so that you can get on with your busy life. Get on over there, tell me what you think, recalibrate your yummy energy, and go live your best life. I'll catch you all next time.